Renekton. The Renekton is... Hang on a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, no, Calyx might be playing Rumble mid. I was thinking, oh, well, if you don't take phase reps, you can never trade. You must be able to... The only way that you win a lot of the... Hang on a second. Gets the E in there. Flashing from Chris. Calyx is probably blowing his flash too. I don't think you kill. One gank going from top side to bottom side was fine. I think this was risky. Okay, Chris starting to get the CC through. How CC can get through? Ooh, Taunt coming through. Tien doesn't have the flag drags. He's been rooted up by the Nico. Lights over the wall. First blood goes to Calyx. Remember, Calyx doesn't have flash, so he can't escape this. Because this should still be a 1 for 2. Also, importantly, Tien has been left alive, and Tien also still has, he has a kill. He got the kill earlier. So now Tien has got himself, oh my god, after missing all of his ganks. Nico is hidden as a minion. Can Tien get this in time? Yes, he can. My dude, Gideon is right there. Careful, buddy. Oh, I say that. Oh, my... Oh, what is happening? Can someone hit some skill shots, please? God damn. Shahu gets the taunt down. Oh, Gideon. Tien wins his flag drag up. It's coming up in like 2 seconds. Doesn't he kill Gideon here? Okay, stuck up in real Lens. Doesn't want to go use the flash. Lens does have flash. Likely going to be flashing away. Tien flashing over. Lens, does he have an extra root in here? That was a little bit of a messy flash, I think, from Tien. He has himself a flag drag. Can he get it now? Oh my god, Tien. I mean, the secret is don't gank a lane. It was quite funny because it was just like, well, oh, EQ missed from Jovan. Ooh, Q missed from Vi. Oh, wait, are we back in? Yay. Yay, nice. There we go. Okay, so Tien is currently 3-0. He hasn't managed to back to spend any of that gold, but cool. Wait a second. So Tien has not only gotten away with not doing his bot 3 camps on that. Hang on a second. King and Flash from forwards. Chris doesn't have... Oh, he needs to hack... Oh, King over the Higgs Flash. Breathe, can you get anything more? It's so close. Chris has flashing over the wall. Tien goes to the play as well. He has no flash, but King can just flash forward aggressively. And the cow will take him down. What is happening? Oh, God. So now Gideon will...
Mid-sub also 3-0'd the people that beat them last time as well.
Is Raz going to cast Worlds? I believe so. I believe Raz is on the event. I think he was there on the talent announcement, which is very cool. Always appreciate Raz being there. Got to meet Raz again like this time last year. When did I first see Raz? Was that MSI 23? I met a lot of people at MSI 23 because it was just in my backyard basically. Hang on, Gideon going forwards.
There's some violence in carrying, that's quite important. The hero's entrance comes on in and will not be in time to save up Tien. The 3-0 Jarvan is now just dead.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a really fed Jarvan off the table. Really good engage coming through from Nongshim. So they have... Well, Weibo, they're catching him in the pit now. Chris going in, and Invitational lands the ult.
Public execution, we love to see it. Can they get any more value? CC'd up, though, and I think Breathe will be breathing no more, and Gideon gets another. Nongshim bouncing back happily across this fight because they're just picking up both the entrance members from Weibo Gaming.
Yeah, it looked like it was an okay engage coming in from Ambassador, but then the damage follow-up just wasn't there. Big. Chris flashed out early, and I wonder if that was a mistake, actually. Kind of left Jarvan alone in the front line position, and in life, at least King's died again on the side of Weibo. Kind of threatens the Renekton massively. Sometimes the Ambassador does, but not all the time. Chris going forward for the combo. Lens does have flash. Gideon does too. Might have to use them.
I think they are hitting the correct member of the Nico clone family, named the one that's not a clone. And so they hit them in the face with killing.
I have no idea. Gideon's going topside. He has ult again. Breathe does have flash, does have ult.
He needs to watch the wrist rocket punch. A good flash away from Breathe, who used the force to get a premonition of dark things coming.
You could have done the rockets for Corky's.
That's true. That would have been significantly sensier. But yeah,
Dragon taken by Weibo. Shahu is getting run up by... Wait, actually, who's running it? Who? Dragon's coming down. Does have Sun Sky. 700 gold ahead of the Vi. Calyx will be able to ease through them, presumably, to escape.
Gets a decent slice and dice. He might not need to escape at all, is my worry here. And over comes Lahend. I think this is going to be an absolute disaster for Weibo Gaming.
Oh,
Hero's entrance allows for a swift exit.
Hey, I'm not sure you want to be attacking the Renekton with 1,000 gold lead. Renekton is so broken at this point in the game, just at the one item spike with a gold lead. Gideon does have ult and flash. This is super dangerous, isn't it?
I think Weibo might be dying here.
Chris does have ult, which means he could be in a bit of trouble himself. Gideon looking for the smite steal if he can. Didn't have smite actually.
Tien got it from his passive, I think, from the Gust Walker.
Oh, may be occurring. Tien is walking up. Yay, violence. Shahu on the flank, and just watch Calyx. Calyx is so strong in the right now.
Does he want to? That's the pop block.
Oh, Chris!
Away. Very nice, Chris. That denies the attempted pop blossom engage, but it doesn't allow them to get towards the Herald. Crisp is going to have to heal to get some speed up as the slow from the Electro Harpoon came on in. Nongshim blow a couple ultimates, don't get any kills, but it's kind of vaguely Safari League of Legends, but the wildlife did try to interact.
Yeah, Safari League of Legends, we just watch the wildlife and see what happens. The Herald does go to Nongshim. Weibo don't get us cross map either. The best they get is teleport. It's gotta happen sometime.
It's gotta happen sometime. I mean, yes, obviously, dream would be to have it as this big grand tournament. All the important matches happen on weekends. But the problem is, if you do that with too many matches, it stretches the tournament way too long. And so it just ends up becoming unfeasible. So in the interest of the format being good, I'd much rather have some games on weekdays and deal with it. And that's Herald down. Gatling gun comes on down. I did have a guy in my chat from Masters whose name is Corky E sound effect.
Yes, no.
First message, it was I fall asleep to that sound. And
yeah, Sam, they were in our chat here too, Sam. Yeah, it was a wonderful
here
time.
as well, are they?
Yeah. Gideon going forwards, has the ult still. Galio coming in.
Out comes the cease and desist, the pop blossom ult flying everywhere. It's a lot of Venn diagrams of doom, and unfortunately, Tien is in the middle of all of them. And that will be a very dead Jarvan. They can now look towards the mid lane tier 1. Nongshim got King coming around from flank angle, looking for some Electro Harpoons, forcing Weibo to retreat. Crisp is trapped between no man's land, and a lot of very angry people. Has to flash his burning down. Just about survives. Kingen continuing to try to interrupt some backs. Can't secure any kills. And actually, the turret stands for a second or two, though I don't think Xiaohu can defend this for much of this wave, and Jiwoo should finish up.
They have
what
the three
team started. Breathe is TP'd in, though, and might have stuck around too long.
Well, Breathe doesn't have flash or ult, so we can't even do anything with that, so Jiwoo just gets to walk away. Weibo are falling into this problem where they get an engage with Tien and Xiaohu, and then there's 0 damage afterwards, because Light is not doing enough damage right now, and nor is Xiaohu.
I think what might be happening is the top tier 1 is going to die.
I think that one's pretty easily going to happen. Nongshim have been very good at just grouping up around these objectives in a way that, like, again, if you want to see a really good example of LPL versus LCK, watch the objective play in this game, where actually Weibo good skirmishes, but Nongshim have set up well around stuff like the Grubs and the Herald, which has led them to this kind of advantage.
Flag and drag forwards, looking to get the pop blossom turnaround as Lehens does get a serious punish. Crisp very late on the Galio. Just about survives. In comes the Galio, and of course the Cataclysm from Jarvan. Good value there. Xiaohu down trying to ult. Will come across. Finally gets another knocker, but it's only onto the clone of the Nico and a little bit of the Jiwoo, who's largely untouched. They continue to free fire. Hurricanes in, and the Yunara just blows everyone's health bars to smithereens.
Oh, the 4-man red X and Q shreds the HP bars as well. Nongshim will get a huge fight and the inner turret. And Weibo, I think this game's kind of dead. Not doing enough damage in the Corky. And Xiaohu's so far behind that he's not really following up either.
That is pretty ridiculous. And again, the mid lane Renekton has just proven insanely valuable. Gone diving into it. It's been horrible. Gets a steal!
Tien!
Oh, the Prince of Thieves gets some value there. Yeah, and like there's a public execution that's missed on Jiwoo as he gets knocked up by the hero's entrance as well. Like, even the potential turnaround from Weibo Gaming just doesn't quite land. And it just gives so much freedom for that Yunara to do value. And Calix is in danger here, though. Just about survived, but not for long as the public execution drags one of the turret. Problem is Breathe is immediately CC'd, and so it goes into a 1-for-1. Electro Harpoon lands on the Light Flash. Vault Breaker. Nice combo from Gideon. And now Xiaohu and Crisp need to run away because there's another Vault Breaker. Another punch in the face, and the Relentless Force keeps running.
Gideon just keeps spamming through the Qs. In fact, it didn't even need the flash. That one was still on cooldown, actually. But yeah. I was like, hang on a second, how did he get there?
Because that where I was wrong that time.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Wow. Jax will be very proud.
Yeah. He's not in this.
Imagine if you had a real, I don't know,
light source.
Imagine if you used a real word. Yeah. Stop using fake words.
I mean, no one.
Dragon Skin attack. It's quite obvious after that. Nongshim have a very large. The gold lead. No, they don't.
I need to focus. Stop this.
The red buff taken away by Nongshim. Go for a fight. Maybe the boss side showable.
Yeah, there's some denting blows and some relentless force. And is that the vibe burst thing on a punch, isn't it? Relentless force.
Pretty sure. It used to be excessive force, but then they renamed that for reasons.
Same that assault and battery is now cease and desist.
And public execution didn't rename that one.
No, that one. In fairness, that one is very fitting for Ambessa's character, who is all about the corporal punishment. Light does need to be a bit wary here, as the Vault Breaker was being charged, still being charged. Goes forward, does Gideon, looking for a potential cease and desist angle. Gets dragged under the turret for it, flagged and dragged, and probably down to hell, but no, a flash away keeps Gideon alive on sub 10 HP. Breathe is about to go down as Nightmare continues to be the most irritating human on the planet, which would be a shock to no one as the Pop Blossom comes on in. And yes, it did. I saw it on screen. Do not gaslamp me, you cretin.
Probably he didn't say flash. Anyway, Baron's big stud. Let's talk about that.
No one's ever heard of that ability.
Whoa, wait. They've leashed Baron? Hang on a second. Can Weibo just revenge bury them? I think they have. It's happening live on my stream. Kingen, it might flash over, but hang on a second. I think Weibo might be able to leash this Baron.
Alex is kind of what a flag angle here as well. Knight's low, but Kingen looking to come and pin people in. I think that Corki's in danger, especially with the Electro Harpoon hit. Down to 10% HP. Calyx with a flash. I think Corki has to leave them. He's got no DPS. Baron's still going down, but what about getting out? Java gets it, but the Pop Blossom on everyone. It's a massacre. At least Xiaohu gets one, but I'm not looking happy for the rest of the game. Xiaohu does a decent amount of work, but the damage is all just not there.
And with 3 people left alive, Nongshim will run it down mid lane and end this game. It was a revenge Baron, which Weibo thought might be able to slingshot them back in. No, it didn't. Nongshim, really clean set of players around the early topside objectives, make up for some poor early skirmishes, and Weibo get a little bit blasted the later the game goes on. I don't think they were ready for this Renekton mid. Calyx had an awesome game on it. In terms of MVP, not exactly. Did you know he has a skin for Aatrox, which I hope he plays next year? I didn't know that, Boring. No, I didn't know that. Incredible. Nongshim going to push in towards bot lane, and they do have the 3 grubs. So they'll be able to take that tag quickly.
Didn't you end up winding up certain members?
And we've been enjoying the show. Very much looking forward to it. Yeah, it feels wrong in that sense, right? If there's an English cast, I don't want to like add another one on top of it. Hans is going to walk into Tien. He's going to find Gideon there too. Galliot's coming in.
That's not a bad flag and drag. The problem is Gideon is still pretty damn tanky. Public execution comes across. They might actually get that pick off. That's not bad. Can they get anything more? Nice dodge away from Jiwoo though. Tien finally gets the Catechism. Flash on forward for the pole flash. The flash out from the Yunara means nothing. She's dead. Pop Blossom's there, but not in time. As Weibo are fighting this one really well. Breathe with a lot of healing. It's getting some work. And Xiao Justice punches one of the base, and Kingen, the world's MVP, is dead.
Sam, they've just killed 4 for none.
Yeah,
that's 7k down. There's a wave, I believe, ahead of that lane anyway. He's just going to try and stop it being as quick to the turret. So it means that I guess they can't go clear through a full inhibitor. Weibo don't have grubs themselves. There is a wave on top side. Breathe should be able to take that one down. Lahen's dying so late though does leave Nongshim without their support for a little while.
It does, and the gold lead is just largely halved at this point.
No, never said that. Yeah, never said that at all. I think we're now at a point where it is on an execution-based teamfight. King, it is on the flank. Xiao, who does need to get out safely here. Oh, Xiao.
That's the public execution turnaround there, and they can re-enter with the hero's entrance. It's all a bait. It's all a ruse. They get the Gen.G. Jiwoo needs to start turning it around. It's caught within the winds of war. The taunt comes on through, and that means Yunara is dead to rights. Calyx needs to run away, but it's burning out. The Death's Dance brings him down, and Nongshim get blasted.
No way. How have Weibo done this? The AoE teamfight is insane. The combo missing from Chris. We'll blame that one on lag. Chris may be burning down. So close. The cow will make it out alive. The steak seared, but not sauteed. Xiaohu will go in mid lane, take the mid lane in a turret, and Nongshim from such a good position.
He had to understand his wisdom, Alex.
You know, he had to make us suffer first for us to understand his true wisdom. Who gets the Winds of War down? Insane, just random bits of AoE. And now Weibo do have the damage they lacked earlier.
There's a Medjais in inventory for Xiaohu.
Oh my god, how's that happen? Even like stuff like the Horizon Focus for the stat stick is kind of insane too. Chris doesn't have flash. The Galliot's coming in.
He's summoned the Batman, and that will be the Bat Signal put on down. Taunt comes on down to the Calyx again. The Renekton that was so scary earlier on is now becoming a lot more killable. This is a lot of HP, not that much else. That's the ult and the Sterak's out.
Yeah, Infernal is up on the table for Nongshim, and Nongshim do have better positioning. I'm a little bit afraid that Chris on so low HP and no ult can't engage in the way he wants to. Tien's going to start trying to heal off the red buff. Taking the dragon lower, this could be a flip for the Infernal Soul in favor of Nongshim.
Tien won the flip earlier. Pop Blossom from the Hens gets to the backside. They pulled off the dragon. Tien's still around. They get the taunt from Xiao, who
Breathe!
Execution. Breathe now in danger. Dragon still going down on the other side. It's a split fight. Tien on the backside gets flashed on by Calyx with the Ruthless Predator. Tien needs to try and get in. They don't. That's Soul now for Nongshim, who are managing this fight well. Crisp goes down, and Nongshim right the ship. No! And the stormy weather instead comes for Weibo Gaming. Their own ship begins to crack and crumble, and they are keelhauled here.
No, wait, Sam, wait.
Wait, can look for some more. Hang on. Some Drakehound stepping. That'll be Gideon trying to vault break Faker away. Xiaohu just is punching. Gets slowed down. Winds of War just shy.
The Infernal Cinder's getting Gideon out to safety. He picked them up so he can... Gold is within, you know, around about 1,000 at 36 minutes in. It's a hell of a close game, actually. And going on to the flashless Nico.
Oh, boy. I think that's just a very deadly hence. Pop Blossom comes on through, and they get the kill. Nicely done.
Wow, I mean, Tien and Xiao get brought low, but this is one of the problems with Nico. Nico is a very fragile champion. Really difficult to uphold now, and this is a problem because you can catch off people like the flashless Renekton, maybe.
Flash to the taunt. They do get a hold of that. There's a GA to work with. That's a lot of a bounce house. The equalizer is decent, but then the perfect execution to the backside gets a lot of value for Breathe, who makes it a very public moment. There's the Pop Blossom value, but unfortunately, not that clean as yet, as the GAs everywhere are getting broken down. Jiwoo down to his own GA, gets an Arc of Ruin off before he dies. Calyx with the Ruthless Predator getting some value, and Nongshim actually end up cleaning up the fight pretty damn well. The health bars are low, Light with the slightly longer range, but the health bars and the man disadvantage making this very dicey indeed.
Weibo took that fight just before the Galliot came back up. Looking for something to go from the other side here. They do know that this ward is here. Griff's out of vision, going for the combo.
He sees that's what he was seeing, a potential angle on him, but maybe it's all a ruse. Weibo Gaming, you can't take the blessings of the god for granted. You've got to play with them respectfully.
Now, Alistair doesn't have ult for the Elder coming up in 10 seconds. Oh, jeez. Chris really needs some healing from somewhere. Not exactly sure where he's going to get that. That's a bit of a problem.
Gideon on a flank angle.
He is on a flank, and reminder that Light doesn't have GA still. That was taken down in that last fight. Most of the GA is down in the game.
Yeah, I think every GA, there were 4 of them, they're now all gone, but now we're looking at the Elder down to half HP. Redemption coming on in, allowing a potential face check on in. There's the equalizer. It's decent. Like, everyone with the Pop Blossom. Lehend is a heretic, and the blessings of the god mean nothing. They do manage to kill off Jiwoo, though. That's not bad going Breathe, because you just dance in the backside. That Pop Blossom might not be enough. Elder taken, though, by Gideon. The turnaround fight getting tricky, but it might not matter. They're losing. Nongshim with Elder, still losing.
So close. Calyx, does he have enough damage in? I think they're going to win against the Elder Dragon. The steal comes through, but a triple kill to Xiaohu will still win the game.
What is a dragon god in the face of the blessings of the grasshopper god? Weibo Gaming managed to make it work in the most dramatic, cinematic fashion possible.
Our grasshopper god, Guo Yongji, kept us guessing. But truly, the faithful are rewarded. Predicted Weibo, Weibo will win game 1 somehow.
I would suggest against VOD reviewing this game. All it will give you is conniptions. If you want to, though, get some popcorn, stick it.